Hello everyone and welcome back to CitiesXL and welcome back to Waterfront City. I know, usually it would be time for another New Coast City episode, but like I mentioned in the last New Coast City episode, I need some time to prepare the next episode because it will be the last New Coast City episode, the final, because then New Coast City will be finished. So until I prepared this episode, I will continue in Waterfront City instead. So yeah, there are a lot of things to do. The first thing I want to do today is I want to check the happiness level or the satisfactory level of my population here. As you can see, everybody is quite well satisfied. We have slightly above 50%. This is great. And yeah, let's check the satisfactory map if we can improve this a bit. And yeah, I noticed an interesting thing. For example, the health level is pretty bad because we have no clinic or hospital in the city. This is what I'd like to change now. But if we check the other things, as you can see, education, for example, and also security, fire, and yeah, for shops everything is how it should be, and for leisure as well. But yeah, let's switch back to security, for example. As you can see, the whole city is very well covered with security, even the parts that are not connected to the town hall. This is odd. I have no idea why that is the case. I mean, usually this should have no fire or police coverage here. This circle, for example, and also these areas, because I haven't built any police station or fire department or anything like that. I think maybe it is because of our population. It's quite low. We have only 4,000 people living here in the city, so maybe security and fire and education will become important later with a higher population. So at the moment it have no influence on our population, so that's the reason why the city is entirely green. You know what I mean? But yeah, we need health, so let's better build this, because yeah, everybody is ill and thick and not happy about this. And yeah, actually I have a lot of leisure buildings here in the city, so I think probably it is a good idea to remove one of these leisure buildings to add public service buildings here. So at first I want to add health service. I want to build this over here because when we, yeah, let's go to city services and health, and if we put it somewhere here, as you can see, we have no health coverage along these roads, but this is a pretty good spot. As you can see, that would cover every building nearby, or every residential building we have built so far in this city with health service. So this is a very good spot. I mean, I could also build this somewhere over here, but it's not so good. So this here is pretty bad. This here is also okay, but it's a very small building. I want to start with the smallest health building, smallest clinic. And I think it's also a good place over here in this very low density area. And yeah, for this I want to remove the bowling alley, because I think we don't need this anyway. Over here we have enough leisure. So yeah, let's check if I was right. Yeah, still everything is green, so let's better build a clinic here instead. All right. That should make our citizens very happy. And I think it fits well here in this place. It could be some kind of expansive, very expansive clinic for all the executives and elite buildings or population over here in these buildings. So yeah, however, this was that, and I think it will take a moment. No, it already have a positive effect. So yeah, as you can see, the satisfaction level is rising for elites just 1%, but whoa, this is quite well. So maybe the effect will be increasing over time. So yeah, however, things are well here. So let's turn this off, and now I want to continue over here in the center around the town hall. And yeah, as you can see, I continued a bit away from camera over here. I finished that area. This is still empty, but I'm not. Maybe I will continue here away from camera. I don't know, or in the next episode. I'm not sure. But what I want to do now is I want to finish this area, because then it would look cool if we have finished this party of the city, because then we have an idea how well or how maybe not so well the layout will work. And yeah, actually I come to the conclusion that this is too dense. I need more space between these towers, because I want to have a larger variety on different building angles here, as you can see. Over here it works pretty well. We have a lot of different angles. It's a bit too chaotic, but looks way better than over here, and I think it's because we have not so much space. So I want to leave a bit more space between these buildings. This would be also good for the central roundabout, because at the moment we have a lot of intersections at this roundabout. That's probably not very nice. And here, for example, here it looks pretty weird. So if we reduce the amount of intersections, this would be also very useful in that case. So let's continue. I want to remove these houses, and yeah, I want to build residential buildings and office buildings. At first I only had residential buildings here, I think. No, this is an office and this is an office. Alright, so maybe I want to add... Oh no, no. Everything, yeah. I already built residential and office buildings together or next to each other around the circle. Yeah, I want to keep this because at the moment... Okay, we have a huge amount of unemployment. I think it's because we have a better home filling rate, because I increased the satisfactory. Before I started to record this episode, things were very well balanced, but now we have a huge amount of unemployment for executives. Yeah, as you can see, the population rised a lot, even after removing some of the residential buildings. So yeah, people are happier now in the city. Oh yeah, as you can see, the satisfactory level, 60%. Just minutes ago we had just 53, so very good. Alright, so yeah, I want to continue now here, and maybe I should rebuild this road here as well, because yeah, this interchange or intersection looks not very nice. So we could probably build a office tower again, but let's align it to this roundabout. High density, and I don't want to build very high office towers here. Ooh, what's this? This looks weird. I never noticed this building. Alright, what was the one I built here before? I'm not sure. Could be We have so many office towers. I'm confused. Is it that? No, this is a really large one. I can't find. And this is also pretty large. But probably it's okay, it's not too high. All these buildings should have almost the same height, so I think this is okay. Yeah, the height is okay. Let's switch back to this angle, and now we can add a small road like this over here, probably. Or with this angle, yeah. I think this is a way better situation than before. Or could we build a road? Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's remove that. I'd like to try to build roads that go from one side to the other side of the circle. This is probably not always possible. So, sorry if you have heard this. There is traffic noise outside or in front of my apartment again. What I was saying, yeah, let's build the office tower again. And oh, this was the one I think we had here before. Yes, it was the first building. All right, and I want to build the same like before. So many buildings. There it is. And is it possible to place this in with a different angle than this one over here? No, there's unfortunately not enough space. Pretty close, but not enough. But probably we could use the Limitless construction building set, because then this building will have no collision box, and then it fits. Yes. Very nice. And actually I'm thinking about to do this here as well. The problem with that would be that we have symmetry then here. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Let's try it. I mean, on the other hand, maybe it's a good idea because this is the entrance to this circle, and to have symmetry along this elevated road connection is probably not a bad idea. So let's check it from down here. I think it's a pretty interesting situation. Whoa! Let's see what it looks from here. I think we could give it a try. If this will not work, I can change this later anyway. So now I want to do what I was talking about. I want to build a road that goes from there to this side. So probably, all right. Okay, this intersection looks well. So if we build something like this, whoa, this was not so nice. Why this looks so weird, I don't know. This is not very nice. I think it's because of the very small circle, so we are a bit limited where we could connect the small road. Yeah, here it looks good, but unfortunately then this side looks really weird. So let's try it again. This is a bit better. So apparently we need to connect smaller roads to, or where we have this situation, you know, where we have this little corners. And do something like this. Yeah, we could do something like this. So this road is almost aligned to this one. It's not perfect, but it's okay. So let's remove this and that and this. So we can probably expand this road somewhere over here to this side. This is okay, this intersection. So now let's fill this area up with houses. And let's build maybe a high density building. Oh, there's not enough space, unfortunately. But we could use the limitless construction set again. So this house will intersect with the nearby roads, but not very much. So I think we are okay with this. It's pretty nice. Maybe we will have some trouble with the decorations again. Let me check this, because of the small collision box it will probably not... No, yeah, it will not snap the lot, but it's not a problem because the grass texture is under the building now, and this seems to work. So yeah, we can work with this. So this is probably a good idea. I will put a link to the limitless construction, or actually it is called Limitless Over Water for office and residential buildings mod or so. Very long name. I will put a link to this into the video description below. And yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, let's build a office tower. So let's switch to industry and offices. And let's build a smaller one. Maybe we can build this one now here. And there we have this little piece of water where I had this lake before, but unfortunately the lake doesn't fit into this layout, so I removed it. It makes no sense. I know I wanted to build some kind of dam or so, but it didn't or doesn't look very nice, so I removed it. Makes no sense. Alright, so let's switch to this again. Oh, sorry. Telephone. So yeah, I will be back in a moment. Sorry, I'm back. And yeah, I mean, I don't sit in a professional recording studio, so that's the reason why it could be possible that my parents interrupting me while I'm recording, because yeah, or with a telephone call, so sorry for that. But yeah, however, I want to continue here. I built that residential building. Now we could probably add another one over here. Oh, let's build the office building. Yeah, I wanted to build the office building. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to build this one over here. So yeah. All right. Confused because of a telephone call. All right. Now things get interesting. Maybe we could continue on this side. Let's build another residential building. What is about our population situation? Things are not very balanced at the moment, so we should not we should not care about this at the moment. I mean, I could build a high density low walls worker house here, but I'm not sure if they fit to this area. Probably this one, but no, they don't look, or they don't have the right look for this area, so let's continue with executives. We could build this one again. And for example, could build this over here with a bit more space to the central roundabout. Later I want to fill this with parks. And yeah, here we can build another one, so we have a bit space between these two buildings. And probably we don't need the limitless construction set. So let's go to industry and let's build another office. Medium density, no, high density of course. And we could build this one here again, yeah. Closer to the central roundabout. And I think we are almost done. Now we need just one building here. And then I think it's okay. This central circle around the town hall looks very, very nice in that case. Yeah, I like it a lot more now with a lot more space between these buildings. Not so dense. I think this fits better to the layout. And we could build probably... Let me think what we should do. Could probably build something like this. Maybe not such a steep angle. Maybe some... Well, on what side? I think about to build this road like this and to put the building on this side. I think this is okay. And the good thing is it is not necessary to expand the road somewhere over here, because we have this building anyway, because or we have this entrance situation here anyway, so it makes no sense. Yeah, let's give it a try. Let's build... We have an office building here, so let's build another residential building. Switch back to residential, executives, high density. And let's build this one. Yeah, and we have not enough room again because don't have so much space here. So we need this again. This mod is really, really helpful in our situation here. And unfortunately, the building I want to build there is not available. Damn it. So, but this one is available. So maybe, yeah, we should build this one over here, but it doesn't seem to snap to the road. For some reason, some of these buildings do not snap to nearby roads. This is unfortunate. Can we build this one here instead? Yes, looks like that this is possible. Yeah, I think this is okay. So yeah, we finished this the construction of all houses here in this area. So what we want to do now is we want to add parks. So let's start with trees. I want to plant trees along these roads, and they are located in packs, Asia, and terrains. Or decoration? No. Oh, wait a second. I have to turn off this, and then we have all these beautiful trees available. And now I'm asking myself, what type of tree I usually build next to these roads? Is it that one? No. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to remove them. There it is. Alright. So I think then it was this one. Whoa! No, this is a giant tree. This one probably. Yeah, this is the one I usually use. So let's remove it. yeah, like I said, it's sometimes not very easy to... There you go. So it was this one. Yeah, I want to have too much variety in all these roads, so because it looks better when everything is or I always use the same type of decorations for the same type of roads. Now for these here, I should always use these trees and always on one side of these roads. So this is possible with the same distance. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, there's some kind of grid along these roads, so we can put these trees along this. Right. And I always want to put these trees on the side, well, yeah, the side of the road where we don't have a building. In that case here. Alright. So this and that. This will be a nice park area around these buildings here. Trees. Alright. And over here. This and that. So, I think this was the last road. Now we have nice trees around here. And now I want a... yeah, what could we do next? We could fill these areas here between these houses with parks. And... other than here it's a bit too much chaos in my opinion. I want to use here only small pedestrian passes. For example, yeah, I mean this one. And if possible, I don't want to build too much intersections with this road, because this will probably not look very well. So we could do something like this. Yeah, right. Whoa, this is not very nice. Is there a better way how we could build this intersection? No. This looks a bit weird, but on the other hand, why not? Could be some kind of, I don't know. Let's build a bit decorations next to this. Furnitures. We could build these benches over here, for example. And then we have a nice plaza situation with a bit of few street lights between them. And now I want to change this to a smaller but more modern type of street light. Probably this. No, or that. Yeah, let's build these small street lights. The benches are okay. Now we can build some random trees probably around this. Let's switch back to Asia and terrains, and yeah, that's, for example, we could build or could plant this large tree somewhere here in the corner, or over there. So yeah, then this weird road end would make sense. And maybe we can plant trees along this circular road. What have I done here? Nothing. But we could build some palms, I think, because I have palms along every circular road. So why not having palms here as well? Along this roundabout. If we would have a lot more space, we could build a pedestrian path around this. But I think in that case here... no, it makes no sense. Let's put some palms. I usually use this one. With a bit space between them. They are a bit close together over here. Maybe this and that, and finally this. Alright. So, now we can fill this area with the park. Or could we build something like... yeah, let's build a plaza here. First, I want to use the... where it is? This one. Yeah, that looks quite interesting. Now we can use the grass texture. We have so many textures. I think usually I use this one. Yeah. Alright. So, oh, we need palms. Sorry, palms here as well. Or what have I done here? Yeah, on both sides I've planted palms. So let's do this here as well. I just wanted to finish this area. This small area around this first tower. So then you will have an idea how or what the finished area will look like. So Azure terrains. There it is. One palm between every street light. Or actually here I should build this. Now it's not easy to remove this thing again. There we go. Here I should build this on the other side, parallel or at the pedestrian path, also between every street light a palm. Alright, and then I will fill this gap with grass texture as well. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Will be a very green city. And yeah, let's look. Sorry. Let's use this grass texture. For some reason I have issues with that. No, now it works. So yeah, very nice. This is the park area around this office tower. And I want to expand this. Maybe I will build other plazas here as well. And then the area around, or here around the central town hall circle is almost done. Or the left side of the town hall circle, of course. There's a lot of things left to do. So yeah, but for this episode we're done, I think. And yeah, I don't know, maybe we will continue here in the next episode, or I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and let's close this menu so we can have a better view on the things we have done in this episode. And goodbye.